morning. No need to touch that dial. There's nothing wrong with your television set. I'm old. It's true. Every morning I get up, I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God. You know, there's an old Twilight Zone movie. There's an old Twilight Zone episode where there's a bunch of old farts in an old folks home. And one of them gets the idea that he wants to go play kick the can. He feels like the moment I started getting old is the moment I stopped playing. So he goes out. He actually convinces the others to go out and play kick the can with him. So they're all out, limping. And there's one old guy who doesn't go because it's ridiculous. Old people don't do that. So a bunch of them go out to play kick the can, and the old guy's sitting there inside, and he starts noticing that their voices are getting younger and younger, and pretty quick it sounds like a pack of kids. And he goes out there and he's like looking around for his friends, and all of a sudden this little boy comes up to him and he's like, I want to play. The old guy's like, I want to play. And the little boy looks at him like, who are you? And he goes running off, and the old guy is really sad because he missed his opportunity. Well, this morning I thought, if I eat this Pop-Tart, maybe it'll work for me. Maybe I will start magically becoming like a kid again if I eat this Pop-Tart. You know what I found out? Pop-Tarts are really gross. And I'm still old. So anyway, it didn't work, so don't even try this at home. I'm not even sure this video is going to actually be put up. I don't even know if I'll be able to, because my computer is this close to death, to crashing, to absolute just ceasing to exist. I went and bought a new version of Trend Security last night, thinking, my security has run out. Well, it turns out, that my Trend Security has not run out. I still have another month. But the new stuff that I bought, the new Trend, won't go on my computer because my computer doesn't have the right version of Windows. So then, in desperation, I went to something else called Spark Trust PC Clean. And I haven't tried it yet, but supposedly it's going to make my computer run faster. I think that's why I haven't been able to put intros on the last two videos I did, is because my PC is running too slowly. I mean, right now, I can't even play a video on my computer because it's really slow. It's like every other word. So it just happened. Anyway, while I was doing this Spark Plus PC Clean thing, I had to call this number to get them to activate it. And I think it's a gimmick. I mean, I'm hoping it's not, but the guy on the other end was, he's like, oh, you got a free diagnostic with that. So he went through the 5 points, like, you do with a car. The 5 points of checking my computer's health, and oh my computer is so bad. It's like, it's got like at least four different malwares on it, and of course he didn't fix any of this. He showed me all the things that are wrong, all this huge long list of errors with explanation points on this one page, just huge, and it's like 32,000 of them. And he's like, look, your computer's so slow I can't even go down the list. So he's showing me all these things that are wrong with my computer, and telling me, well, it's going to cost you about $280 or whatever if you take it to Best Buy or someplace to have somebody work on it, and they'll have it for 5 or 6 days. And he goes, oh, you could pay us $180, and it'll take us about 4 to 6 hours, and we'll do it remotely, and we'll clean your computer up like it's brand spanking new. Well, if I'm going to spend $180, I might as well buy a computer. Their laptops are not that much more expensive, at least not the crappy ones. And a crappy one would at least get me through a year until I can afford to get a better one, right? Anyway, so I said, okay, fine, we'll just go with this little Sparkle. It's a cleanup thing that he put on my computer, and I ran it last night. We're going to see what it does, but I'm hoping it'll get my computer so it's workable, and then I'll just start saving my money, and hopefully soon I'll have a computer that'll work. But you know what? If I cease to stop putting videos up, it's not because I have disappeared. It means that I am screwed. It means that my laptop has crashed, and if this happens, I will still be able to put up Animoto videos from work, but the me chattering like, an idiot on, see, idiot, so much more original than retard. Anyway, on YouTube, those might have to stop for a while until I get a new computer. So all those people out there who think I suck can go, yay, she's gone, oh yeah, she's gone, woohoo. Anyway, the reason I'm wearing this wig is because Atheism Defended is like, he's like wearing the ears, and the other day he had the whiskers, and I'm like, okay, I dare you. I dare you, Atheism Defended. How would you look if you had a blonde wig? They're not even that expensive. You could go to, YouTube, or not YouTube, AOL. Ah! See, I'm not awake. I'm really not awake. eBay! You could go to eBay, or you could go to Amazon.com. Anyway, I actually was getting around to talking about something. I was thinking about the whole concept of big A versus little a when it comes to atheism. And trying to figure out, what exactly is the difference between a big A and a little a, And, I don't know if it's true across the board, but I think what probably little a people are people who have the live and let live attitude, which is what we all should have. This is what we wish Christians would have. Just leave us the fuck alone to believe whatever we want. Quit judging us based on what we're able to believe in, please, and just, see the whole person. See the whole person instead of just judging us. Well, I can't believe in an imaginary being, so because of that, I'm evil and stupid and all these things. You go on YouTube and you see all these lovely videos like the ridiculousness of atheism. How is it ridiculous to not be able to believe in something, That's like saying the ridiculousness of not being able to believe in unicorns. Anyway, so I think that's what little a's are. I think that they're just people that they don't believe in God, but it's not like, they don't like live. That's not the definition of who they are so much. They live and let live, and they live their lives, and it's just like an afterthought. Well, yeah, and I don't believe in God. This is me, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't believe in God. Yeah. So that's how they are. This is just my guess, too. I could be completely wrong, but this is just my thought. And so they're on YouTube, and they're kind of more objectively seeing the big picture. Well, there's this side over here foaming at the mouth. And then this side over here, and they're foaming at the mouth, and they're just like, and the little A's, and the Christians out there too that are nice, normal Christians that believe that people should just be left alone to believe whatever they want to, because there are Christians like that. They're out there too. They're like, well, these people just get a clue. Anyway, so little A's and live and let live Christians. Okay, I don't really understand the big C's. I really don't understand them. Why can't they leave us alone? They're really why the big A's exist. See, I'm trying to help the little A's understand, and the little C's. The big C's are why the big A's exist. If the big C's did not exist, and if they weren't constantly telling us, that we're really horrible, evil people, and we're going to hell unless we believe what they do, we would not be on the defensive, and we wouldn't be carrying this chip on our shoulders. I'm probably thinking a lot of the big A's are like myself. They're former Christians. And they have this, damn it, excuse me, I did just wake up. It's 8:18. This is the only day I have this week to sleep in. Coffee. So I slept in to 7:30. It felt really good. Anyway, I think a lot of the big A's are former Christians, and they are kind of pissed off about the fact that they were lied to and they wasted a huge chunk of their life on something that they now recognize as being obscene and repulsive. That's how I feel. And I look around and, I'd love to let people live and let live, but I see other people, the big C's, very loudly misleading people. And it makes me angry. It's like, and they don't even know they are. They don't even know that this is a lie that they're preaching and that it's false. They don't even bother to do what I did and research how the thing came to be. They're like, oh, well, Josephus is a witness, and there were thousands of people that witnessed the ascension of Jesus, and it's documented everywhere, and there's archaeological evidence everywhere, and there were giants. There's proof. They've dug up giant bones, and the Shroud of Turin is real, and I mean, it's like, I was that way for so long, and then I wasn't because, okay, I watched the Zeitgeist video, which, yes, I know it's bullshit. It's, that was kind of the first thing that got me into not believing anymore, but then shortly thereafter, I was made aware that the Zeitgeist video is pretty much bullshit. At least the part about, well, yeah, pretty much the whole thing. Anyway. But it got me looking past what I had, my little walls that I had put up as a Christian. It got me delving into the forbidden knowledge, and reading about how the Bible came to be and who wrote it and when they wrote it and how what the church had to do with it. And, I just, between that and the fact that there's so many things that have been plagiarized from the ancient pagan beliefs, I just can't believe in it anymore. That and the fact that there's absolutely no evidence, and the fact that, I read the Bible straight through and I was rather disgusted by things I had never noticed before that God does. It's like, really? And then the overall, wait, if I don't love you, you're going to punish me forever? If I don't, oh my gosh, thank you for dying for me. It's not like I asked you to die for me. I wasn't there, but now I have to do this or I'm going to burn forever. See, I don't like that. I don't like having a gun held to my head. Love me or else. That does not inspire love, and it isn't free will either. So anyway, I was poisoned a long time, and I had a low self-esteem because of, just very different things. But the religion really contributed to that. And I feel bad for people who are where I was. And I look at people who are the big C's, and they're just promoting this thing like it's the truth with a capital T, and they don't even care if it is or not really. They don't even care. Atheists come up with, some really good points, and rather than think about those points and look into it and research, and not just on Christian websites or apologist websites, but really research these points, they come up with these little tactics to get around the arguments and basically leave the atheist speechless, because there's really no way to answer something like, well, how do you know it's real? How do you know that murder is wrong? I know it because my conscience tells me it. I hit a possum once with my car, and I drove home and I cried. I sat in the parking lot and I cried, and it was a possum. I hate possums. They're like giant rats with these scaly tails, and they stand up and hiss at you, and they've got these pointy teeth, and they're just really kind of not very nice animals. But I cried because I hit this poor little animal. Anyway, I think murder is wrong, and it's because I just know it in my heart. That's how I know it. So anyway, this video's gotten really long, and that's what I think, though. I think there's nothing wrong with being a little A or a little C. I think that people like that haven't been damaged as much as the big A's maybe have been by religion. And so they don't look at it like it's the poison so much that the big A's see it as, I see it as a very bad thing for the world and society and for individuals, and I don't like seeing other people being lied to, and I want to say, you know what? Don't just believe it. Hook, line, and sinker. Just don't accept it because somebody says it or because a book says it. Think about it. Research it yourself. No, nobody went out and did the research for you, which is what I assumed for so long. They didn't do that. It's just been assumed and assumed and assumed and assumed and assumed, generation and generation and blah. You know, the only way to really know is to do the work. Go and research the religion. Compare it with other religions and ask yourself, why is this one different? It really isn't different. It's not just a religion, it's a relationship. No. You know, I think every religion had this idea of, you know, oh, my God cares about me personally. You know, anyway, so this is just me rant. It was not really a rant though, is it? It's just me talking about a bunch of stuff because I don't know when I'll be back on again. But I think that as long as there's big C's, there will be big A's, and people who are angry because they were lied to, and people who want to try to save, like the atheism defended has a saving one soul, bringing one, I can't remember what his little line is, but something about bringing one soul to the light of reason at a time or something like that. And that's kind of like, you know, you know, if someone's a Christian their entire lives and it doesn't hurt them and they're happy people, well, fine, you know, but just don't try to tell other people how to live. Don't tell people that they're an abomination because your religion says they are. You know, that's when people get angry and defensive and you start looking like the enemy in their eyes, the enemy of free rights, the enemy of human rights, the enemy of women's rights, the enemy of people who just don't believe in something, you know, because I'm sorry, but if somebody is telling you all the time that you're an awful, evil abomination, after a while it's hard to have warm, fuzzy feelings about that person. My dog agrees. And so does the cat. Okay, this is long, so I'm going to end it. We'll see if I can put it up, and then we'll see if I can add an intro to it. But I miss my intros. I wish I had. I hope I can start using them again, but if I can't, it's because of my PC. It's just really slow. Oh! Oh my God, I cannot believe I forgot this part yesterday. For the first time ever. It's true, yesterday. It happened. It happened. I was at work, and it was all I could do to keep myself in my chair and acting like in a professional manner, because I hit the big 500 yesterday on YouTube. I was like, 500, me, I got 500 subscribers. Of course, by the end of the day, it went down to $4.99, but still, for a moment, just a moment, I saw the big 500, and I was like, yes! And then somebody wrote me and said that he's only been a sub for a little while, but I'm one of his favorite YouTubers, and that's just like totally made my day because there's so many amazing, talented people on YouTube, and I am sorry, but I am not one of those really amazing, talented people. So having somebody say that was really made my day. So anyway, if you've been watching, thank you, and bye-bye.